Morning, बच्चों टुडे विल डिस्कस अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ न्यूक्लियस एंड इट्स फंक्शन. तो न्यूक्लियस एज यू नो न्यूक्लियस is present in cell in the central part of the cell. Nucleus is discovered by Robert Brown in 1931. In the cell, nucleus is present. It is discovered by Robert Brown. Nucleus is controller of the cell. Nucleus is surrounded with double layer of membrane that is called as nuclear membrane. If you will see here, the nucleus is surrounded with double layer of membrane. This is the one layer, and here is the outer layer of the membrane. So double layer of membrane, and inside this nucleoplasm is present. This is nuclear membrane. Here is nucleoplasm. This is nuclear pore. And inside the nucleus, very much thread-like structure is present. Like this. Thread-like structure is present. That is called as chromatin. And this chromatin later on it is called as chromosome. Just like a child, very much small kid, when grows becomes adult. Similarly, in the early stage this is thread like chromatin, but in the later stage of the cell it becomes thicker, that is called as chromosome. And here inside the nucleus one more rounded structure is present. This structure is called as nucleolus. So this is the structure of nucleus. What I told, the nucleus is rounded structure surrounded with double layer of membrane. At certain places minor pore is present, that is called a nuclear pore for exchange of material. Inside the nucleus liquid material is present, that is called a nucleoplasm. And here in the nucleoplasm thread like structure is present, that is called as chromatin. Later on it becomes thicker, that is called as chromosome. And here in the nucleus the small rounded structure is present, that is called a nucleolus. What is the role of nucleus in the cell? Especially the role of nucleus means the role of chromosome. Role of chromosome means the role of DNA present along with chromosome. The chromosome consists of DNA and histone protein. So in every species individual have fixed number of chromosome in their cell. Just like pea plant, each diploid cell of the pea plant have 14 chromosome. We in our body, each cell diploid cell contain 46 chromosome. Tomato, each cell diploid cell contain 20 chromosome. The number of chromosome is fixed in every species, individual of the every species. Entire human being of the whole world, they have 46 chromosome in their cell. In alag species individual, the number of chromosome is different. And here the chromatin later on becomes chromosome. When it becomes thicker, it is called as chromosome. So let us see what I told. The nucleus is the controller of the cell. It regulates the functioning of the cell, How it is controlling and regulating? With the help of DNA. But where is the DNA? To know the DNA, at first we have to know about the chromosome, which is present in the nucleus. So chromosome is just thicker structure. It is made up of the chromatid. This chromatin is long thread-like structure. It undergo thickening and now it is called as chromosome. Chromosome number is fixed. Here is the chromosome. This chromosome contains chromatid. This is centromere. And you know, if the chromosome have both chromatid equal, centromere is present in center of the chromatid, then this type of chromosome is called as metacentric chromosome. This is chromosome. This is chromosome. This chromosome is composed of histone protein and DNA. It is composed of histone protein plus DNA. Histone protein and DNA collectively form chromosome. How? If we see here, the just this type of structure, chromonemata is present, and when we remove this thread-like structure here, then you will see in the chromosome, suppose from here we will remove it, then you will see here like this structure. Suppose from this, here is the histone protein, here is the histone protein, this is the histone protein, and here this chromosome, the chromatid, here this is the histone protein, on this histone protein, this is the now it will coil around this, again it will coil around this, again it will coil around this. Now after coiling, it will move to other chromatid. Now here it will coil around the other histone protein. Like this. So what we will say, this structure is DNA and this yellowish structure is called as histone protein. Histone protein means one chromosome is composed of histone protein and DNA. histone protein and DNA. So this, suppose this is the DNA, it is coiling around the histone protein. Again now other histone protein. So here this is one histone protein, this is one histone. This DNA is coiling around the histone protein. So we can say here you can say this chromosome contain chromatid and here is centromere. The chromatid are the part of chromosome which is made up of this histone protein, and on the surface of histone protein DNA is present. So histone protein and DNA, this one structure which contain DNA and histone protein, that is called as nucleosome. Means chromosome is made up of large number of nucleosomes. Each nucleosome is made up of histone protein and DNA. Chromosome is made up of large number of nucleosomes. This is one nucleosome, this is other nucleosome, this is other nucleosome. These are the nucleosomes. And each nucleosome consists of what? DNA and histone protein. This is also DNA. The DNA and histone protein. So large number of nucleosomes are present in the chromosome. Each nucleosome consists of DNA and histone protein. Why histone protein is needed? Because DNA is negatively charged. So it will not coil around the DNA. Negatively charged material will attract with the positively charged material. So this histone protein is positively charged. This histone protein is positively charged and DNA is negatively charged. So this DNA negatively charged very easily coil around the positively charged histone protein. Due to this, in the small nucleus, this chromosome is arranged, and in the chromosome DNA is arranged. Otherwise DNA will be very long. It cannot arrange in small nucleus of the cell. But how it is possible that DNA is arranged? DNA coil around the histone, just one very long wool thread, just you will coil around it, then it form ball of the wool. So in a small area, long thread of the wool you can arrange. So here the long DNA coil around the histone protein form nucleosome, and each nucleosome coil around each other, then form chromatid, and the chromatid form chromosome. So DNA, histone protein form nucleosome, and many nucleosomes coil around it, then form chromatid, and chromatid form chromosome, and chromosome is present here in the nucleus. So chromosome is a carrier of hereditary material. Carrier, just like train is moving. In the train, how many passengers are sitting? Who is carrying? Train is carrying. Passengers are going to carry it out. So DNA is present on the chromosome. When chromosome will move from one generation to another generation, then DNA will move. DNA is genetic material. And the genetic material is moving from one individual to other through the chromosome. So chromosome is carrier. But who will express the genetic character? DNA will express the genetic character. Suppose in this chromosome so many DNA, they have particular character. If the part of DNA will not reach to next generation, so that part of DNA responsible for the character, that character will not appear in next generation. उस पीढ़ी में वो लक्षण उत्पन्न नहीं हो पाएगा. तो लक्षण को उत्पन्न करने के लिए कौन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है? DNA. लेकिन DNA एक पीढ़ी से दूसरी पीढ़ी में किसके माध्यम से जा रहा है? क्रोमोसोम. Because DNA is present here along with histone protein, then it is called as chromosome. The fixed number of chromosome is present in every individual. अब एक क्रोमोसोम कितने तरह के हैं? ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द पोजीशन ऑफ सेंट्रोमियर, क्रोमोसोम आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ पोजीशन ऑफ type of chromosome, type of chromosome on the basis of position of, on the basis of position of centromere. Chromosome are different types. Just like suppose here is the, this is centromere is present in the center, middle, and centromere is present in the center and both chromatid are equal. This is called as metacentric chromosome. This is called as metacentric chromosome. In examination, sometimes they are asking on the basis of position of centromere, discuss how many types of chromosome are present. So when centromere is present in the center, this is centromere, and here this is chromatid. When centromere is present in center, both chromatid are equal almost, that is called as metacentric. And if the chromosome is have one long chromatid and other one long and other short, this is short, this is long, this is both equal more or less, one is short, this is long, so this is called as submetacentric. Submetacentric. And if one is too short and one is too long, one is too short and one is too long, then it is called as acrocentric. Acrocentric. This is metacentric, this is acrocentric. And the next position is here. If centromere is present at the tip, at terminal point, and only one chromatid is present here. Centromere is present at tip and only one chromatid is present here. Suppose centromere is present at tip and tip पे है इसके बिल्कुल, और only one chromatid is present, then it is called as telocentric. Telocentric. So how many types of chromosome are present? First, A, metacentric, when centromere is present in the middle, both chromatid are equal. Submetacentric B, when one arm is small, other arm is long. And C, acrocentric, when one is too small, one is long. And telocentric, when the centromere present at the terminal. Centromere present at the terminal, and here is one chromatid. So this is called as telocentric. So on the basis of presence of centromere, the chromosome are 4 types: metacentric, submetacentric, acrocentric, telocentric. In competition also, NTSC and NEET also, they are asking in a chromosome, if centromere is present in the center of the both chromatid, then it is called as metacentric, submetacentric, telocentric. So it is metacentric. When one arm is long, other is small, submetacentric. When one arm is too short and one is long, acrocentric. When The centromere is present at the terminal of the chromatid, then it is called as telocentric. So on the basis of the position of centromere, chromosome are different types. I told chromosome is carrier of genetic material and the DNA is the genetic material. Chromosome is composed of histone protein and DNA. Histone protein and DNA collectively form nucleosome. So many nucleosomes form chromatid and chromatid form chromosome. This is the structure of chromosome. But in the nucleus there is one more small structure that is called as nucleolus. What is nucleolus? Nucleolus in the nucleus, one small structure is present called a nucleolus. Nucleolus plays important role in storage of RNA. Suppose in the nucleus DNA is present, DNA produce RNA, rRNA, tRNA, mRNA, and that RNA is being stored into the nucleolus, and in the nucleolus ribosome is also going to synthesize. Nucleolus में राइबोसोम भी सिंथेसाइज होता है क्योंकि न्यूक्लियस में डीएनए है, डीएनए आरएनए बनाएगा, आरएनए आकर के न्यूक्लियोलस में इकट्ठा होगा और वहाँ प्रोटीन मिला के आरएनए राइबोसोमल आरएनए एंड प्रोटीन फॉर्म राइबोसोम and other RNA, tRNA, mRNA remain present there. When it is needed, comes into cytoplasm and regulate the synthesis of protein. So this way we can say in the nucleus there is the chromosome. Chromosome is the carrier of hereditary character. Chromosome composed of histone protein and DNA. DNA is the genetic material that express the traits in the individual. That contain body design. In plant, animal, everywhere, whatever the body structure design is there, that is depend upon structure of DNA, the base sequence of DNA. And DNA produce RNA which helps in regulation of synthesis of protein. So in next lecture, we will discuss about the structure and function of DNA and RNA and difference between DNA and RNA. Thank you very much.